What is going on, YouTubers out there in the world? 1 Minute Fix here, and I finally went ahead and buy one of those head units for my BMW E46. This is a neat piece of equipment that adds a bunch of functionality, while at the same time maintaining somewhat the original design language of the car. Obviously the E46 wasn't designed with navigation in mind. The screen would need to be level with the roadside, and climate controls shouldn't be hindered by the shifter. System-wise, my pick was WINCE. It boots fast and I love the stylish interface. I'm aware that Android is more powerful, popular and more or less well maintained by the community, but personally I don't find it to be very suitable for this purpose for a variety of reasons, which I will not go into detail in this video. Turning the key on, we're greeted with a nice logo. This is customizable, so I changed mine to the BMW one because reasons. 10 seconds later, we're directed to where we were last time the radio was turned off. You can see already that the glare will be sort of a problem in broad daylight, but at night everything looks fine. Some will say the reddish LEDs are out of place when compared to the orange tones of the original interior lights, but this doesn't bother me personally. I think it looks great. The main menu is the iDrive style list, which thankfully can be scrolled through with the right knob. This is good because it demands less attention from the driver. Pressing the knob will open the equalizer instead of selecting the menu option. This is counterintuitive, but it may be possible to bind the press to another function, I hope. Also notice that scrolling gestures will not function in this specific list. Focusing on the features that I've used so far, the music player is the same for the USB 1, 2, SD card and CD. It displays ID3 tags like the name of the song, album, artist, and it also displays a picture of the album when available in the file. Overall, I think it looks very good. Sorting MP3s is sort of a mess. It only allows one folder level, which means you cannot have a folder of the artist with its subfolders being the albums inside, because only the subfolders would be displayed. My solution to this was to add the name of the artist before the name of the album. Also, the sorting is done based on the file creation date and not alphabetically. Luckily, there's a program to solve this issue. I've posted a link in the description, but my only wish though was to have an alphabetical sorting through the ID3 tags. I mean, even my 2004 iPod is capable of this. The radio section has its problems too. The reception is bad, and I mean really bad. And the list should be displayed by the radio station names, not the frequencies. And it's not like the RDS function isn't available, so the decision to put it discreetly on the top left corner rather than in the main area where it should be is beyond any good reason, I'd say. GPS, on the other hand, works perfectly. Sort of. The software is Igo Primo version 9, which is light and simple enough to use. Signal gets picked up really fast, and the system doesn't stutter. The software runs from an 8GB micro SD card, which also stores the maps. This is my first time ever using something other than Google Maps, and using Igo daily now, I gotta say I'm pretty pleased with it. The only problem I ran into was playing music and using the GPS at the same time. Music would suddenly stop or not load to the next track playing. Sometimes the GPS voice would just burst out loud through the speakers. I figured this is a memory availability problem that gets sorted when 3D buildings are turned off in Igo. After that, everything worked almost great. Music plays continuously in the background and fades softly every time the GPS lady decides to talk. Only ever so often the loud bursts happen, mainly when starting the GPS app. Again, memory buffering, I think. Another very important feature is the call pickup. The phone connects to the radio via Bluetooth, and calls can be picked up or hung up using the proper button in the steering wheel or on the screen. It is also possible to sync your contacts with the radio, and this is great because it lets you know who's calling. But additionally, you can also place calls based on your phone book, latest calls received, placed or missed. There are also a bunch of features which I won't be covering in this video, either because I do not have the accessory or don't use it at all. I'm talking about reverse camera, TV antenna and iPod control. Bluetooth streaming and DVD play are also features I do not use at all, but I can probably review them later. Overall, I'm truly happy with this unit. The design and features are great adds for the car, and I cannot say for sure that the sound quality is superior over the stock radio on any car, but having an equalizer like this really helps a lot if you know what you're doing. And I gotta admit that most of the issues that I've talked about here are minor things, but given the price of this unit, I would expect a lot more polished product, less flawed product. The software can be fixed, I'm sure, but radio reception and memory availability are hardware problems, and these are here to stay. So this E46 head unit is very good, but not the greatest thing. I hope this video helped you out. I always read my comments, so please leave your questions down below, comments, critics, and I'll answer them quickly. Thank you guys for watching. Cheers!